Welcome to today's podcast. This is Brian Pash, founder of PCG Companies, and today we're going to be talking about Google Analytics goals and why they're so important for your dealership to maximize their online marketing investments. I'm recording this podcast in January of 2018. At the beginning of this month, I offered the automotive vendor community an opportunity to meet with me for 2 days in West Palm Beach, Florida, for Google Analytics training. Here, a wide variety of companies came to meet with me and to learn how they can use Google Analytics to better support the value proposition of their products to dealers. As part of this training program, I posted on LinkedIn an offer to do a free audit for any dealer that responded to the post within a certain time frame, and that we would, as a group, look at their Google Analytics and give them some concrete feedback, not a sales pitch, but just insights to what we're seeing in their data. Today's podcast is inspired by what I saw in about a dozen dealer Google Analytics accounts in January 2018. There are 4 ways in which consumers will engage with a dealership in what we call a lead. The 4 hard conversions are lead forms, phone calls, chats, and text messages. All dealers should have those 4 conversion goals registered in Google Analytics so that they can see which marketing investments are generating engaged shopper conversions. Is AdWords doing a great job? Is Facebook doing a great job? How about the email templates that dealers send out, thousands of emails every month? Is your dealership measuring how many phone calls, lead forms, chats, and text messages are being generated from each channel that drives consumers to your website? Well, the sad truth is this. In January 2018, there wasn't a single dealer who raised their hand to ask me and my students to audit their Google Analytics that had all 4 conversion goals working. Rather, we found just the opposite. Over 60% of the dealers had 0 working conversion goals in Google Analytics. What do I mean by that? Their phone call conversions, their chat or text conversions. That means that dealers who are spending tens of thousands of dollars in marketing per month have no way to measure which keywords, which ads, which targeting strategies generated the most conversions. And it's sad. It's sad because dealers are truly at a very difficult time in the automotive industry. Margins are compressing. Competition is increasing. Subscription models and driverless cars could change the way in which consumers think about owning vehicles. And of course, dealers are looking for ways to cut costs, but still maximize the showroom opportunities that come in the door each month. But the sad fact is that digital advertising is driven by conversion data, meaning Google Analytics will optimize itself based on conversions. But so many dealers are only recording 1 or 2 of the conversion channels, not all 4. Dealers are spending a tremendous amount of money on Facebook advertising, but the average dealer in the United States is only tracking form conversions in Facebook. Not phone calls, not chats or text messages. For everyone who's listening to today's podcast, I have a very serious challenge. Take a minute to go into your Google Analytics account. Click on Admin in the lower left-hand corner. Go to Goals under View Settings and see if you have 4 working conversion goals for forms, phone calls, chats, and text messages. You may be surprised that there are no goals or that the goals have 0 values, which means they're not working. There is no way that a dealer can get better with their digital advertising if they're not recording the conversions that come to their own website. Now, I'm not pointing the finger. The website company may be only responsible for lead form conversions, but the chat companies, the text messaging companies, the call tracking companies, well, I hold them responsible because even though the dealer may not not have asked for those conversions to be recorded in Google Analytics, well, they know that by recording conversions, dealers can get smarter with their digital advertising investments. In 2018, here's my prayer. My prayer is that the automotive vendor community would see Google Analytics as a way to validate their value proposition and also as a way to support the dealer who wants to maximize their return on ad spend. Chat companies, call tracking companies, text messaging companies, third-party tools that reside on a dealer's website all must take very seriously Google Analytics to make sure that they are recording all conversions in Google Analytics so that the dealer and their agency partners can use that data to improve outcomes that are related to sales opportunities at the dealership. For general managers, you may not be capable of inspecting Google Analytics, and I understand that, but you need to find a trusted advisor who can go into Google Analytics and review the data and give you some honest answers. PCG Companies provides a full sales and marketing audit that reviews all of the social media, Google ad spending, SEO, lead handling workflows, all of the aspects of a dealer's online marketing investments. There's a fee associated with that audit, but the data is quite impressive and provides actionable insights for general managers. Whether you use PCG Companies' full digital audit or do an audit on your own, it's vitally important that you inspect Google Analytics to make sure that all 4 conversion channels are working so that you can improve your marketing strategies and refine your return on ad spend. So take a minute, whether you have access to Google Analytics yourself and comfortable with that platform, or assign it as a task to someone in your dealership. Ask them, in the last 30 days, how many form completion goals, phone calls, chats, and texts are recorded in Google Analytics by channel. And when I say by channel, I'm talking about organic traffic, paid traffic, social media traffic, direct. You get the idea. Not a vendor report, not a spreadsheet that somebody creates based on the input of multiple vendor reports. I'm talking about raw data from Google Analytics. If you're a general manager, demand your team or your agency partners to show you that all 4 conversion goals are working, and then ask them a very simple question. Are you importing these conversion goals into AdWords? Are you importing these conversion goals into Facebook to help improve the marketing outcomes for your ad dollars? So what are you waiting for? Dive in, ask questions, and of course, if you have any questions or just frustrated that you can't get the answers that you need, of course, send me an email to Brian, B-R-I-A-N, at pcgcompanies.com. I'll be more than happy to answer your email and see how I may serve you and your dealership to sell more cars in a digital age.